Hello, friends, and welcome to The Architecture Enthusiast. Lina Bo Bardi's architectural vision, as articulated in her reflective essay, Stones Against Diamonds, is profoundly rooted in a philosophy that values the organic, the humble, and the raw, qualities that elevate her work beyond mere structures. Her architecture embodies what she calls the historical present, a concept that weaves together the past, present, and future into an unbroken continuum where history lives as a living force within contemporary spaces. This principle is evident in her architectural choices, which blend Brazil's cultural heritage, vernacular traditions, and modernist ideals, all while embracing materials and forms that speak to roughness and tolerance for imperfection. One of Bo Bardi's most celebrated works, the Sesc Pompeia, 1977 to 1986, in São Paulo, exemplifies her historical present in its adaptive reuse of an old drum factory, which she reimagined as a cultural and recreational center. Rather than erasing the industrial past of the space, she maintained its rough, utilitarian aesthetic. The exposed concrete walls and visible scars from its former life serve as reminders of its history, a gesture that turns the building into a living artifact. The factory's raw, untouched surfaces become witnesses to both the past and present, embodying Bo Bardi's belief in retaining history within the fabric of the new. Bo Bardi's concept of roughness goes beyond aesthetics. It is a philosophy that champions the material truth of her buildings. She consistently used concrete, unpolished wood, and even mud bricks, materials that retain their innate qualities without unnecessary refinement. Her glass house, 1951, in the Mata Atlântica forest outside São Paulo, exemplifies this philosophy, blending its modernist glass facade with the rawness of the surrounding landscape. The structure's thin, delicate glass walls contrast with its rugged natural setting, establishing a dialogue between the refined and the elemental. Inside, the furnishings and details reveal a similar roughness, favoring earthy textures, natural fibers, and handmade artifacts that speak to a simplicity she deeply valued. In Bo Bardi's architecture, tolerance for imperfection allows for an approach where spontaneity and adaptation are celebrated. Rather than designing flawless structures, she allowed spaces to evolve with their users, to gain new life through layers of experience. At Sesc Pompeia, this tolerance is visible in the patchwork nature of the building. Roughly patched walls, uneven textures, and adaptable communal spaces create an inclusive environment that feels immediately alive. The building appears unfinished in parts, not because of neglect, but as a deliberate gesture, an invitation for the community to claim and reshape the space as their own. She believed this openness to imperfection fostered a sense of belonging and allowed the architecture to grow organically over time. The Museum of Art of São Paulo, MASP, completed in 1968, is another manifestation of her values, particularly the historical present. Here, Bo Bardi designed a striking glass and concrete building elevated on massive red concrete beams, floating above São Paulo's urban landscape. This bold design is both modern and timeless, drawing on Brazil's vibrant color palette and emphasizing transparency, a metaphor for cultural accessibility. Inside, the gallery spaces reflect her tolerance for imperfection with freestanding glass easels that hold paintings, allowing them to float in space. This innovative display removes any barriers between the artwork and the viewer, reinforcing her belief in breaking down hierarchies within the art world. The easels, while carefully crafted, retain a sense of rawness in their simplicity, aligning with her commitment to unpolished beauty. Through Bo Bardi's lens, the true essence of architecture is not perfection, but a deep resonance with culture, history, and the human experience. Her spaces invite people to engage with them, to leave their mark, and to inhabit them fully. In each structure, the layers of the past are celebrated. Rough materials embrace the truth of their origins, and imperfections are not only accepted, but encouraged, creating a sense of belonging and continuity. Lina Bo Bardi's architecture remains timeless precisely because it refuses to adhere to any specific moment or trend. Instead, it exists within a historical present, always open, always evolving, and forever rooted in the simple, enduring beauty of the imperfect.